going to complete Office Administration Paper 2 for the year 2024. Section 1. Answer all questions in this section. In offices, electronic communication is the most widely used channel to disseminate information. State 2 benefits of using electronic communication in an organization. So electronic communication could be using your phone to send a WhatsApp message, using your phone to send an SMS message, using your email or your computer to send an email. All these fall under electronic communication. So what are 2 benefits of using electronic communication? First benefits is fast delivery of information, which is true. Messages can be sent instantly. Now, please pay attention. Anytime you see a question, please pay attention to the marks. Outline the importance of each of the following factors when selecting a channel of communication. Now, these factors help us determine what channel of communication to use. What do I mean? Why would you want to call somebody instead of sending them an email? Why would you want to send somebody an SMS message instead of sending them a letter? These are the factors that help you determine if to call the person or if to write a letter. Now, if it is an urgent message you have to send, right? Would you write a letter to the person? No. If it's an urgent message, you have to give someone. I will call them. I will call. I'll pick up the phone and call. So you see, these are the factors that help you determine which channel of communication to use. Yeah, because if it's confidential, we don't want anybody in our business, right? Audience size. If you have to reach a large audience, which type of communication would you use? I personally would use oral, probably have a staff meeting because of the audience size, or I will send an email. Email covers a wide selection of persons, right? So audience size, large audiences may need communication methods like emails or phones. Eight, 6 marks. 2, 4, 6, 2 marks for each. All right, beautiful. All right. Oh, we have an early calculation question. Wow. Right. As the clerk in the mailroom, you are required to use the franking machine to affix postage on all outgoing mail. The following information represents activity for week 1. $300 was added to the franking machine. 5 manuscripts at 25 cents each. 450 form letters at 15 cents each. 2,000 advertising pamphlets at 10 cents each. Use the information to complete the form below. Franking machine postage for week 1. the balance, right, so the postage added would have been the 300 here. That's the $300 there. Total postage, $5 was our balance, plus the 300, so that will give us a new balance of $305. Okay. Quantity 5, description manuscripts. Unit price is 25 cents. 25 cents represent the cost of one manuscript. For 5 manuscripts will be 5 multiplied by 25 cents is $1.25. The other item that was ordered, 450 form letters at 15 cents each. So we put the quantity here. We give a description of what it is we want, form letters, and it was 15 cents each, right? So for 15 cents represent the cost of one form letter. So therefore 450 letters is required. 15 cents for one. So the cost of 450 will be $67.50. Right? Let's see the other thing they have for us. 2,000 advertising pamphlets at 10 cents each. So you put the amount that you want, which is 2,000. Give a description is advertising pamphlets. So for advertising, may not be able to fit on my end, so I'm just going to shorten it. But in the exam, right, so it fit. PH. Okay, so it fit. And this is 10 cents each. They ordered 2,000. So 10 cents is the cost for one. So 2,000 multiplied by 10 cents is $200. Right. Okay. What we have to do here now is add the cost for the form letters, which is $67.50. Add the $200, and that will give us a total of $267.50. All right, the total usage for week 1. Oh, I forgot something. No, I forgot the $1.25. So we're gonna add all three. I missed out one. I do apologize for that. So it's $1.25 plus $67.50 plus $200. That will give us a total of $268.75. All right. So as soon as you put the quantity, you give a description. You always remember unit price is the cost of one item. To get the total, you just multiply the unit price by the quantity of the product. When you are finished, you're going to add up all the quantities together, all the total. All the totals, you're going to add it up together. That's how I got the $268.75. I add up the 125. How did I get this 125? One manuscript cost 25 cents. They ordered 5. So 25 cents multiplied by 5, that's how we got the 125. Next, form letters. How much for one form letter? 15 cents. They ordered 450. 15 cents multiplied by the 450, that's how we got $67.50, and so on. When we are finished, we're going to add all of them together. All right? And we're going to get $268.75. That's how I got $268.75, right? All right. So the total usage for week 1 is $268.75. And the balance after week 1, here's what we're going to do. Remember, we started off with $305 in the bank. We started off with this, right? And it cost us $268. When we ordered a lot of stuff, it came up to $268.75. So what we have to do is take $305 minus $268.75. So grab your little calculators. $305 minus $268.75. That will now give us a total of $36.25. 7 marks for this question. Yeah, 7 marks. Okay, let's go down to the other question now. At a recent departmental meeting, the filing clerk recommended the need for the disposal of dead files. So dead files are like inactive files and the archiving of important inactive files. State the difference between archiving and disposing of files. All right. So archiving is the process of storing inactive but important files. So they can be retrieved at a later date. Disposing of files is the process of destroying files, which can be done by either shredding or burning. I'm letting CXC know this is in the syllabus, and I'm letting CXC know I know about the syllabus. Right? I want my full 2 marks. Thank you very much. All right, let's go to the other question. State 2 factors the filing clerk should consider when determining the period for record retention. Now, record retention is a given period to make a decision on the file. Should I destroy this file or should I keep it? So if you have a file on your desk, it was in the records management system. After 3 months, so your record retention period could be 3 months, some companies 6 months, some companies a year. So let's say a company has a retention period for 3 months. After you receive some sort of documentation on your desk, after 3 months, you make a decision. Should I dispose this document or should I file it? Should I keep it and file it? All right. Now the question is asking us, what are state 2 factors the filing clerk should consider when you are organizing the policy for record retention? Right? Anytime you see record retention is where you make a decision concerning the file. Should I dispose of it by burning it or shred it, or should I keep it? So, first factor will be legal requirements. Right? Some records must be kept for a specific number of years by law. Second will be how valuable. Clerk should consider how valuable is the documents at hand. 2 marks. You just state it, you don't have to explain anything, right? Because if you go to explain everything, you're going to run out of time. You're allowing the marks to guide you. All right, moving on. Next question. List 3 characteristics of an effective records management system. If I were to ask you what are 3 characteristics of having a cell phone, a good cell phone, some persons might tell me the picture quality, some persons might tell me the internal storage, some persons might tell me the size, right? So what are characteristics of a good, effective records management system? So if a records management system is a room that will hold files, what are 3 characteristics that filing room, also known as a records management system, must have? Accessibility is one of them. Files can be easily located and retrieved when needed. All right. Files can be, we don't put can be, should be easily located and retrieved when needed by authorized personnel. All right. The second one, security. Excellent characteristics. Files must be secure, right? Because we have a lot of confidential information in that records management room. Protected by unauthorized confidential information is protected from unauthorized access. It's like having your password, your Instagram password. Do you want everybody to have your password? And then they will mind your business, right? You see how we protect our password, our passcode? It's secure. Same way we treat the records management system. Everybody cannot have the password for the code to get into that room, right? And the last one is expansion. A good management system must always be able to hold new files at future dates. It should not run out of space. All right, and these are the 3 characteristics of an effective records management system. 3 marks. You work as an assistant secretary in the Human Resource Department at CPK International. Your manager, Mrs. Yana Smith, sent you the following email. From ysmith@cpkinternational.net to juniorclerk1@cpkinternational.net. Subject, orientation of new recruit. Date, 5th of June 2024. In preparation for the orientation exercise next week, prepare a job description for the newly appointed position of Sales Clerk 2. This position requires a good command of the English language, administrative skills, and competence in computer technology. The appointed clerk will be reporting to the sales manager and will be assigned a grade 4 salary. This position also requires the clerk to have the ability to follow procedures and practice good interpersonal relations. NB, also known as Note 12, include 4 duties the clerk is expected to perform. Regards, Y. Smith. Use the information in the email to complete the job description form. This job description came from the topic Human Resource Management. All right. This is, now, as I said, anytime you get forms, any tables or anything like that plus a scenario, all your answers is in the scenario. So all you have to do is go line by line and fill out the information. So it's actually giving CXC back its own information. All right, what is the job title? Going back up, and the answers all in this scenario, right? The job title is the sales clerk 2, right? Sales clerk 2. Salary is grade 4. Right. So we're gonna put sales clerk 2, salary, grade 4. Department, sales marketing, section, customer service, reporting to the sales manager. Right. So this, we're going down now into the nitty-gritty, the job summary and duties. So the sales clerk 2 provides clerical support to the sales departments. The clerk must possess a good command of the English language, strong administrative skills and competence in computer technology. The requires the ability to follow instructions and maintain good interpersonal relations. Right? Good. That's the job summary. Where did we get a job summary? Is right in the scenario. So right in the scenario. Good, right here. That's the summary. Notice I just literally put everything back into what CXC gave me. You just put it back. The only difference is this part here. Include 4 duties the clerk is expected to perform. Notice we don't have any duties here, right? So CXC is trying to test you on your knowledge about the duties of a clerk in the sales department. This question came from sales, marketing, and customer service topic. So CXC is trying to test you to see if you know the duties of a clerk in the sales department. You have to get 4, right? So let us put our 4. I think that's the last thing you have to put. See? 4 duties, right? So the first one, prepare sales documents like invoices and correspondence. Okay. Second duty, maintain and update customer records and sales file. 3, you can put administrative duties like answering the phone, filing, and photocopying documents. Last, support the sales manager preparing reports and coordinating departmental activities. That's it. That's our 4 duties, right? And we finished our job description. That's it. All right, let's go. Question number 3, and this is the last question for this section. The articles of incorporation are one of the basic legal requirements of an annual general meeting. Now remember, the annual general meeting is held once a year, right? Once a year. All right, so the question says, state three other basic legal requirements that help inform the way in which annual general meetings must be conducted. All right, good. So let's go with the first one. Now the articles, they said state 3 other basic legal. So you can't repeat the articles of incorporation because they already listed that as one. So we need to get 3 other than the articles of incorporation. All right. So the first one could be legal documents, could be minutes and records, accurate minutes must be recorded to document all decisions. Or legal compliance. Another basic legal requirements could be the notice of the meeting. Shareholders must be informed in advance about the date, time, and venue of the annual general meeting. And the last one, 3, is the quorum. Remember, the quorum is the amount of persons, the minimum number of members who must be in attendance or present for the meeting to be valid. Now this quorum is 10, right? So if you only have 9 members, you cannot go on with the meeting. You have to postpone it because the quorum means 10. If you want the meeting to be considered, want the meeting to be valid, is 10 and over. 3 marks, all right? 3B. Ms. Jane Nolan was recently appointed to the post of marketing manager and will be traveling to North America to conduct business on behalf of the company. Identify 2 important documents Ms. Nolan will need for travel. 2 important documents. 1, passport. 2, visa. That's it. 2 marks. Move on. Outline the importance of any one of the documents identified above. Right? So let's go with the passport. Outline the importance. Passport is important because it serves proof of identity and nationality, allowing Miss Nolan to travel internationally and turn to her home country legally. Yeah, that's it. They give us 2 marks for this. Awesome. Fantastic. I believe, oh, we have C. Right. C, 3C. The following is an excerpt of minutes from a recently held meeting. At the last meeting of the Parent-Teacher Association held on the 3rd of May, plans were finalized for the upcoming Fun Day. The following decisions were made. Within 4 days, Mr. Ramnarayan James would select 5 members to comprise the planning committee. In 1 week's time, the parent representative would source equipment for the release. The following day, the secretary would create an advertisement for the local newspaper. Mrs. Marie Evans is the secretary, and Mr. Tomlin Adams is the parent representative. Assume you are the secretary of the association. Complete the action sheet below. Action required person, assign completion dates. All right. So this is just like a minute of a meeting. Remember, the minute of a meeting is just a summary of what took place. So what CXC is asking you here, who said they was going to do what? Put it down here. What they're going to do, completion dates. That's it. Yeah, so let's start it off. This is how much marks? 8 marks. Wow. All right, so let's see who's going to be first. Let's see. All right, so the first thing, within 4 days, Mr. Ramnarayan James would select 5 members to comprise the planning committee. So we're going to put that. Action required. Let's see, action to select 5 members for the planning committee. Person assigned. Who said you're going to do this? Mr. Ramnarayan James. He said he's going to do this within 4 days. That's it, you know. There's the question, there's the answers. See, look at it right here. 4 days, Mr. Ramnarayan James to select 5 members. The next one. In 1 week's time, the parent representative would source equipment for the release. Action required, which we have. Source equipment for the release. Who said they're going to do that? Mr. Tomlin Adams. He's the parent, right? Parent representative. And then he say that in 1 week's time. 1 week's time. So we can put 1 week's time. Notice you're not seeing the name here, right? Mr. Tomlin Adams, but look, they have it here at the bottom here. So you see how 6, he tried to trick you as well. Right, so 1 week's time, so we could put, no, you could put 7 days, you could put 1 week's time. You could have put 7 days as well, right? The third one, The following day, the secretary would create an advertisement for the local newspaper. The following day, meaning completion date is one day. But they said the following day. So six is trying to trick you again. So the secretary has to create an advertisement for the local newspaper. Who have to do that? Mrs. Marie Evans is the secretary. The following day, so that means she has to do it within one day. 8 marks, people, 8 marks. Right? Literally everything that's there, I just plucked it out and put it here. Just have to take the time. Question number 4. State 2 attributes of a clerk in the accounts office. Attributes should be confidentiality. Another attribute should be integrity, because you're working in the accounts. You'll be around money. Right? You will be around money. 4B. The following resources are used in the accounts office. Complete the table by classifying each listed resource under the appropriate resource heading. Oh, this question was such a giveaway. So hardware resources are things that you can actually touch. What can you touch here with your hand? You can touch a laptop, and you can also physically touch the scanner. What you cannot touch is the spreadsheet, and you cannot touch the accounting package like a software. 4 marks. That's it. Yeah. On to the next question. Is this a check? Yes, it's a check. The accounts clerk at Joe's Enterprises has been asked by the accountant, Mr. Derek Branston, to prepare a check for $10,050 to be paid to T's R Us Limited. The accounts pay check is to be post-dated to the 10th of June 2024 and signed by the accountant and manager. Use the check below to enter the information. Same thing. Anytime you see a check, a form, go back to the scenario, all the answers are right there. Pluck it out and just put it here. Alright? Now they said post dated to the 10th of June, so we have to put that here. 10th of June 2024. Right? So the same date here. Pay to the order of who is receiving this check. Look at here. T's R Us Limited. But T's R Us Limited. Beautiful. The amount 10,050, so put that there. 10,050 to the sum of, you have to spell it out here. $10,050. So you put it back here again. Right. Sign, Branson. Right, that's it. Oh, and they give a lot of marks here for this question here, boy. Just by filling out that check, they give a lot of marks there. 7. Wow. Beautiful. State 2 reasons why both the accountant and the manager sign the check. Okay. 2 reasons. Internal control. Okay, so number 1, having 2 signatures on a check ensures that no single person can control company fund. The second reason, the signatures of both the accountants and manager confirm that the payments is approved and for a legitimate business purpose. That's it. 2 marks. 2 marks there. Right? Let's go to the other question. 5, are we on 5 already? 5A. Identify 2 factors that a purchasing manager should consider before acquiring goods. 2 factors that a purchasing manager right. So this came from procurement. So a purchasing manager is responsible for purchasing goods on behalf of the employees. Now, there are 4 things the purchasing manager should consider. Should consider the quality of goods before choosing a supplier, the price. They should consider the delivery time, if the supplier could deliver the items on the time I want it. And the last thing that the purchasing manager should consider is the availability. That's how they know which supplier to go with. So the first one is the quality of the goods. Meets company standards. Other one they should consider price. Affordable. That's quality and the price. B. Mr. Lee Johnson, purchasing manager of Computers R.Us. Limited, received the following pro forma invoice. This is the invoice here. He ordered 3 motherboard, 600. 600 is the cost for 1. So for 3, 600 multiplied by 3 is 1800. Quantity discount is 5%, trade discount is 10%. E and OE means errors and omissions accepted. See what questions you're going to ask it. Say the difference between the terms quantity discounts and trade discounts. Oh, beautiful. A quantity discount is when there is a price reduction given to a buyer who purchases a large amount of goods. So anybody buying in bulk, you can give them a quantity discount. Trade discounts is a price reduction offered to wholesalers and retailers to encourage That's it, 2 marks. And this, we have 5 different types of discounts. We have quantity discount, trade discount, cash discounts, goods on consignments, and special discounts. 5 types of discounts. And out of all of them, they normally focus on quantity, trade, and cash discounts. right? Calculate. Oh, I want to know if they're not going to give a calculation question for that. Calculate the total to be paid if Computers R Us Limited is only given a trade discount. Oh, okay. Beautiful. Easy squeezy. Is only given a trade discount, which is 10%. Right. Okay. So what we have to find is 10% of 1800. So 10 divided by 100 multiplied by 1800 is 180. Right? So let's look at this. 10 divided by 100 multiplied by 1800 is 180. That 180 is the discount. Does it mean the man only paying $180? No, he's gonna get $180 off. To find out how much he has to pay, we're taking the original 1800 and we're gonna minus the discount he's now going to get. So 1800 minus 180, we get $1,620. All right? So you can actually put the work in right here. Right? You get easy to master. Right? Global Tech is a leading telecommunications organization in the Caribbean. Recently, the company has experienced issues with customer relations. Suggest two ways in which each of the functions of the corporate communications group can help to improve customer relations at Global Tech. Function of corporate communications clerk, interface with media houses, suggestion. Two suggestions. Two ways in which each of the functions of the corporate communications clerk can help to improve customer. All right. So in terms of interface with media houses, they can help share accurate and positive information about the company. That's one. We need another one. And build trust with customers by promoting a good company image. Okay? Upkeep company website. Remember the communications clerk, the corporate communications clerk is someone who speaks well. This person represents the company. This person knows everything there is to know about the company, and the products the company is selling. This person knows every area about the website. This person will go on talk shows to advertise the product. They will go on the radio to advertise the product. They normally interact with customers on the websites, and they control the social media accounts, all in an effort to promote the image of the company. That's the corporate communications clerk. So in terms of upkeeping the company website, what are two ways in which the corporate communications clerk can help to improve customer relations? Right, so the website, they could provide customers with easy access to information and services, because customers coming to the website for a service. And two, they could allow customers to share feedback, especially if they have any issue or ask questions. Coordinate events. What they can do, they could encourage direct interaction between customers and the company. And liquidate the coordinate events to strengthen customer loyalty through fun and engaging activities. That's it. 6 marks. 2, 4, 6. Great. Oh, we have one more. Produce company newsletter, magazines, and calendar. Right. Keep customers informed about new products and services. And the second thing to do is promote a sense of connection between the company and the management at Global Tech has decided to host a family event and has asked the corporate communications clerk to plan the event. So just one challenge the corporate communications clerk may encounter when planning the events clerk may face policy in coordinating departments, spoil, delays, or confusion in the plan process. Okay. Nice. And the last question. One of the functions of the transport office is to liaise with customers. Identify 2 effective ways by which the transport office can stay in contact with their customers. They can do using telephone calls to provide updates or confirm delivery times. Another way they can stay in contact is through sending emails to share invoices, delivery schedules, or important notices. Yeah? That's it. B. In an effort to protect factory workers from injury, management has placed signs and symbols in the operations department. We have another question like this. I remember 2025, they brought a question like this. Same factory, they just use different signs. The same thing. State the meaning of each of the signs listed below. That sign means no smoking. This sign means what? Flammable material. I like this question. This sign means what? It's a general warning or caution. What this sign means? Head protection is required in this area. I love this question. Beautiful question, right? And this is the last question that we have. Last question. In the last month, the dispatch manager, Ms. Pauline Hughes, has received numerous complaints from customers about their dissatisfaction with the delivery of goods to their establishment. Some of the complaints include late deliveries, frequent vehicle breakdowns, incomplete documentation. Complete the memorandum on page 18 to be sent to all drivers, informing them of the recent complaints. Use today's date. So just one way in which each problem identified can be resolved. Include an appropriate subject line and send a copy to Ms. Sharon Madison, the operations manager. Can you get any memorandum, any letters to do, any activities that involves a table? Once you have the scenario,